Hey everyone, welcome to the day one of the 100-day price action challenge. Let's kickstart this journey by starting analyzing stocks. Before we just dive deep into scanning, I just want to take few moments to explain what's happening on the screen. As you can see, this is a TradingView terminal and I have list of all 100 stocks here in an order wise sorted through market cap. On the bottom of the screen, you can see this is the time period. I have selected 1 year. It means that the price shown would be exactly 1 year ago. And we would see exact 1 year of prices. And on the right side here, you can see this is the price. The current price as of today is 1293, which is nothing but you can see here and is highlighted here. This black line and the slight gray line are two indicators called moving average. These are the most basic ones. I mean, the dark one is the 50-day moving average and the lighter one is the 21-day moving average. We won't use them much, but having a reference on the screen would always benefit us. And the spikes here you can see are the volumes. As of today, Reliance has traded 9.57 million volumes, whereas this line you have seen here, right, this is the average volume over the last 10 days. It means that Reliance has traded with much lesser volumes yesterday and today compared to the average of last 10 days volumes of 15.34 million shares. So now let's start scanning by going through each chart, starting with Reliance. As you can see, it has made its top on 15th July, pre-budget. Thereafter, there was a gap down, which is reflected by this red gap. And from that, the journey has started downwards for Reliance. It tried to consolidate over his this period till the October 1st, wherein it has gave up the price. You can see here that the Reliance had a big gap down with almost a 4% down day on 3rd October, from where the downtrend for the Reliance has actually started. And it was a huge fall for a stock like Reliance. It has corrected around 16% from this level. And over the last few days, we are trying to see some kind of buying, but don't just believe that this would start straight away and moving upwards. We never know how the price behaves. Next, TCS. This is bit, if you can see the comparison, right? It didn't fall much like Reliance. It has also quickly recovered back. This shows that the strength of TCS is much higher than the Reliance. And if you look at the HDFC Bank, it has been trading at its all-time high almost, which is 1812. Although it has corrected and tried to reach this level 1800 multiple times, today it has successfully closed above this price level. It means that something has changed in this stock. Probably in the next coming days, we might see an upward journey unless there is a quick sell off, just like it happened here. Now let's look at the Airtel stock. This has been one of the strongest performer in 2024 when it comes to large cap stocks. It started all the way around 960 rupees and reached its top at 1780. And when this correction has started, this too has seen some profit gain, but although it didn't correct as harshly as the Reliance has corrected 16%, this is corrected 14%. If you look at the ICICI Bank, it has also resisted the fall, and somewhat it is also near to its all-time high, just like the HDFC Bank chart we have seen today. When it comes to Infosys, we have seen the sharp fall here, but suddenly there was a quick buying. This was somewhere where the US President Trump has been elected as the president, and suddenly the money has been started flowing into the IT stocks. That's why we are seeing a quick recovery in an IT. If you remember, this was the same thing happened on the TCS, and you would see in the coming stocks as well. Let's look at State Bank of India. This has been in this range almost since the election. It has been trading in this 840 and 750 levels from a very long time. Let's just wait whether this stock would beat this level and move upwards. Now let's look at ITC, which is one of the major FMCG company. As you can see, there was a clear selling on the day of 9th October. If you look at the Hindustan Unilever also, it follows the similar pattern. Both the FMCG stocks has been seen some selling. And if you look at the Hindustan Unilever, the selling has been much harsher than in the ITC. The next chart is LIC. Again, pre-budget, there was a bit hype. Once the budget has completed, you can see that there has been some selling. It is actually a kind of big correction. The stock has corrected almost 27% from here. As you can see, whenever the stock tried to move up, it got rejected at these moving averages. This is how the price action is forming in the LIC. Now look at this. This has been one of the strongest names in the Nifty 100. As of now, we have seen the patterns which always started from here and sliding down here, right? But this looks completely opposite. This, in fact, is called relative strength in the market. While all stocks are correcting, HCL Tech has been holding up its price, and almost it is trading at its highest price in its life. That itself reflects the strength of this company. Let's look at L&T. There is nothing interesting in here. Almost since the beginning of the year, this has been sliding here and here. It has been very choppy. There is actually no trend here. The stock is always between 3850 and 3200. There is nothing interesting to here. Sun Pharma, it has been it has a very good beginning. Later, for a period of 3 months, it has consolidated over the same level. And just after the budget, as you can see, there was a massive rally. Now the stock has been taking some profit taking. Thereby, we are seeing some correction. Let's see if this 1727 level is also taken down, then you can see another leg of selling. As of now, the stock is consolidating at this, probably taking a break and watching. And again, Bajaj Finance, there is nothing much interesting here. As you can see, similar to L&T, this has been trading in this 78 range to 6300 range. There is no trend here and nothing much to discuss. There was a little bit hype when Bajaj Housing Finance IPO was launching in the market, but that was quickly evaporated once it got listed. Now look at NTPC. It is fairly strong. Unlike other stocks, it has held in the correction, but over the last 2 weeks, it has gave up something. Probably this could be a beginning of a new correction, or let's just wait and see how the price develops over a period. As of now, this looks weaker. And Axis Bank, if you remember, HDFC and ICICI, there were at something this range, right? But probably after this earnings, the stock tried to recover, but it again disappointed the investors. Currently, it is taking the support at this level, 20 levels, and let's just wait how this turns out to be. Maruti, one of the weakest names in the auto sector. You will understand why I am saying it as one of the weakest names, because while other stocks has rallied a lot, this stock was very slow and it has quickly gave up most of its earnings of the year. Look at Kotak Mahindra Bank. Again, this is similar to Bajaj Finance. It has been trading in between these two levels from a very long time. There is no trend here. Mahindra and Mahindra. This has been one of the strongest auto stocks, and in fact, till October 1st, this has been one of the strongest stocks in the entire large cap sector. But due to the recent slowdown or some fundamental triggers, there has been some selling due to market correction as well, but it has been quickly recovering. Look at see, whereas if you look at the Maruti, there has been very less recovery, but if you look at the M&M, there has been quick recovery. This clearly shows that buyers and institutions are interested in this company rather than the Maruti Suzuki, right? Now let's look at ONGC. It had a very good rally, but again, beginning of this correction, most of the profit taking has been taken, and again it is forming lower lows each day. There was a trial to break this fall, but again today's and yesterday's price action is looking weaker. Now look at Tata Motors. After Maruti, probably this could be another weakest stock in auto sector, because at least unlike Maruti, it has gave a strong rally. But post this result, there was a big gap down. This was the auto data which was released, I guess. From then, you can see that the stock has been making series of lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. This has been losing money and has corrected almost 30% from its peak. Ultratech Cement, there was a little hype before the budget, but again it has been in the sideways from July onwards. Adani Enterprises. So this stock has been trading in the range for the entire year. But as you can see, some selling was happening here, but it tried to recover when the news came out. The stock has fallen 22% in a single day, although it tried to recover 11% today with a massive buying. Let's just not get confident that this would recover very soon. Usually breakdowns like this take a lot of time because you have the market participants has to absorb the supply. Again, power grid, unlike other PSU stocks, this is fairly holding up the correction. It has reached its pre-correction levels, but there is no movement made since the June. As of now, it is waiting for some changes in fundamentals or for some changes in sentiment. Titan, if you remember, again, this looks something like a Bajaj Finance, no trend. It tried to come up, and it gave the most of its earnings back. Bajaj Auto, this has been one of the strongest name in two-wheeler and auto space till here. But with the recent earnings, as you can see, the guidance was given a bit poor guidance. Thereby, the stock has corrected 12% on a single straight day. And in fact, this has impacted the entire sentiment in the auto stocks. Auto stocks were doing very good till October first week, but this has been leading the correction. As you can see, the stock tried to move back and came down, tried to move back and came down. Even yesterday and day before yesterday, while the entire market was recovering, this stock has seen some massive selling. This clearly shows that institutions are offloading their shares. Again, Adani Ports, kind of similar chart to Adani Enterprises. I think you would see almost all the Adani charts behaving exactly and looks almost similar. Long consolidation and sudden breakdown of the news and trying to recover today. Let's wait how this thing turns out to be. Coal India, again, it had a good beginning, but post this correction, it tried to break out here. This is what we call a fake breakout. It quickly gave back and started lower slow, lower lows. As of now, this looks weaker on the chart. There was no signs of strength as of now. Asian Paints, again, one of the weakest names in the Nifty 100. As you can clearly see here, there was a big gap down because of the results, and it has not even tried to recover or reach this level despite the market is recovering. So the invest actually this indicates that the larger money has already exited from this stock. Wipro, if you remember, this looks exactly like HCL Tech. This stock is trying to make higher highs when the market is correcting. Something says that institutions are trying to slowly accumulate these shares. Once when the market situation gets better, I think this might start to fly. But you should always confirm it with the price. Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, one of the spectacular stocks among the large cap universe. But again, post budget, you can see there was a slow selling and absorption of supply. Then again, another kind of selling, absorption of supply. So whether this time the story changes or not, we have to see in future date. If it closes above this, if there was a new buying demand, you can expect some kind of bottom out. But let's wait for the price confirmation. Bajaj Finserv. Kind of similar chart to Bajaj Finance. This rally was before the Bajaj Housing Finance, and once it got listed, it has seen a massive fall in this correction. DMart, another one of the weaker names in the market. It was acting very good till here. This is where all the FMCG product companies have reported bad numbers, and the price structure has been broken. See, every time it has moved up, it respected the previous these levels, but this time it did not respect, and it did not try to move up. This was single straight fall, and look at these volumes. This is not me, you and me is trying to sell or offload their shares. These are institution sellers. So be careful with the DMart as of now, and if you are still holding it, majority of the damage has already been done. Trend, another one of the very strongest names, probably now taking a rest. And again, look at this guys. It is trying to gain back to previous levels. I mean, this stock has been a fantastic performer. It has moved all the way from 2000 to 8000. That's like almost 230% in a single year. Now it is giving back some gains. I mean, stock like this should needs to take some rest, and then it has to start again its rally. Again, Adani Green, same price action. Probably I have taken over here a trade somewhere in the September, but quickly I have exited here because something was not right. When the price moves, it has to move in the direction. There was a sudden falling, and if I have not exited here, that's why I put a comment here. If I have not exited here, it would have cost me very dearly. And look at this. Probably today again all Adani stocks are seeing some kind of buying. Let's see how this turns out to be. Siemens, again, a very good stock. Post budget or after the budget, this has been trading in the range. As of now, this is a very good signal. I mean, this has not not given much of its gains in the market. JSW Steel, I have drawn this channel. If you see, I'm shifting it to weekly time frame. This has been in the long channel, slowly moving upwards, resisting most of the corrections, but a very slow mover, but a decent one if you compare with the weaker ones. Again, Adani Power, I think this is up 20%, the largest among today, I guess, the highest gainer of the Nifty 100 too. This has always been very volatile. There was a sharp increase and there was a sharp decrease. Again, Adani is something which is talking everywhere in the market, right? But our goal is to see how the price develops, not on a single day, but over a period of days. This is Zomato. Look at here. This is very interesting chart, especially now. This has been very good. This has been, I've taken entries in Zomato here. This has been a very good rally. Now, due to this market correction, it is taking some rest. This is something we actually want from stock, guys. When the market is correcting, your stock has to respect these levels. It has to resist the correction. Whenever it is trying to come to these levels, new buying demand is getting back, and it is pushing the stock higher. Once it pushes this 290 300 levels, probably you could expect another big move in the stock. Nestle, one of the weakest charts in FMCG. This has done nothing over the year, and when the sentiment of the FMCG stocks has turned bad, this has fallen crazy. Let's look at IOC. Again, this has been consolidating in the range for a very long time, but again, due to the recent global uncertainty, the stock has gave up this range, and from then you have seen a 18% sharp correction. Bharat Electronics, I think this is interesting price action. It is looking something like a bottoming out. I mean, it hasn't, although it corrected 20-21% from its all-time high, but still, especially during this market fall, this has been resisting, and you can see last 3 days the stock is very strong. Probably in coming days, if it breaks around this level, you could expect another move. This is one of the stronger names currently in the market. Varun Beverages, very fancy fundamentals. Although this has done nothing since February, but it also did not cost you money. So it looks like there is some strength, but not very massive strength to push the stock higher. Geo Finance. There was a hype initially in the beginning of the year, but once it made its all-time high in April, since then the stock is heading low and low and low. This was the recent subscriber. Sorry, that was Geo Telecom. This is Geo Fin Services, right? Similar price action to the Bajaj Finance or some finance companies. Although now today it has tried to break this level. Let's see. This would be interesting to watch in coming few days. DLF for real estate stocks has been the talk of the 2023, and even in the beginning they made a lot of money, but as of now DLF has taking big rest, so let it sleep. It has almost moved from 200 300 to non-stop 950 levels, right? So let it take some break, and once it breaks above this level, everyone is good to go on DLF. Tata Steel again, something like it moved up and gave back all the gains. Metals are acting a bit different right now. Vedanta, although this is stronger than Tata Steel, if you see Tata Steel has gave back most of its gains, but Vedanta is still holding up. So when the sentiment for this sector turns good again, you might see Vedanta leading the market. Grasim, again, okay, decent chart. It although it has corrected, it is now trying to recover. Mm, as of now, nothing interesting happening in the chart. IRFC, this has been probably for the last 2 years. Almost everyone might be holding IRFC because of its move. But again, post budget, if you see all the railway stocks, all the defense stocks has seen massive selling. In fact, this stock has corrected 42%. It always tried to make try to break the previous highs, but it got rejected. Let's see whether this time it gets succeeded or not. LTIM, something similar to we have seen in Infosys and TCS, but not as strong as HCL Tech or Wipro. Indigo, this was a very good chart in 2024. You have seen the price has moved all the way from 2600 to 5000. That so means the stock has doubled in the year. And with the recent earnings, you can see this E represents the earnings, and you can see a massive selling, but this is quickly getting absorbed. So some institutions has got sold or not, but some other are buying in. Probably they believe the story might continue despite some short-term disturbances in the fundamentals. Again, look at this, guys. If you see, the IT stocks are leading the entire Nifty 100. These two just looks like HCL Tech and Wipro, right? Trading at its all-time high. Focus on these names, especially these IT names. These look much stronger. I mean, ideally, at the current times, you want to hold the stock something like this. SBI Life made some movement, had some hype between the budget and the correction period, but again, it quickly gave back most of its gains and currently in a downtrend. Pidilite, this is a very slow mover, or doesn't move much, doesn't fall much. I mean, probably there is nothing interesting happening inside the company. Maybe competition is eating up the market share. I don't know. I don't have much idea on the fundamentals, but this doesn't look very interesting on the chart. ABB, it made a massive move. All the power stocks as and electrical stocks has made a massive move in the beginning of the year. Then it has in fact it has resisted the correct initial period of correction, but it quickly gave back sharp fall. Again, there has been some buying here. So this is fairly a volatile name, but we are seeing some strength. By this time, you have understood that if the stock has stayed above the half of this above page, it means that they are resisting the fall. and they are getting back high. Divi's Lab, look at this. This is again one of the stronger names. In fact, there was a gap up opening and strong up day uh, on the market during the market correction. And if you look at the chart, consistent. There was a long base breakout, and then the stock has started. If you look, this looks something like IRFC or railway stocks in 2022. So I mean, I love this sort. This is something again you want to have in your portfolio. HDFC Life, okay, relatively better than SBI Life. If you look at SBI Life, it has corrected much, whereas HDFC Life has resisted. Although this whole life insurance stocks has been not delivering returns from a very long time. Again, Hindalco, the metal stocks, there was some buzz before this geopolitical tensions, but again, due to war, probably they are seeing some correction. PFC, another name which was very popular in 23 and 2022. Right now, it is taking a long break. Let's see how long does this break uh, continues. Again, FMCG, you can see here. It's clearly visible. This is the pattern. Once the stock gives up, almost all the group names started falling down, and the earnings has been a disaster, I guess, because look at the price action; it has corrected much. So now it is currently trading at the 52-week low. Ambuja Cement, probably Adani effect, and even before Adani, the stock has been in the downtrend post the budget. There has been no buying support here. You can see that it is making series of lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Gale, again, it was a very good performer, but due to this correction, it has corrected. Good, I would say this is an average stock. It hasn't corrected much. It didn't recover very fast too. Tata Power again has been trading in the range from a very long time. Let's see, as of now, nothing interesting is going on in the Tata Power chart. Let's see if this breaks out and comes out of this range. That would be very interesting to watch. REC almost similar to PFC, doing nothing. So let's not waste time here. Mothers and Sumi, so this was a very strong performer when the auto was doing good, but recently in the correction when the auto stock started behaving bad, this is getting weaker and weaker. As of now, it is consolidating here. Let's see, would it go down and see some more selling, or would it see some kind of buying here? BPCL, the same chart, if you see, this is almost like a mirror image of IOC, right? Indian Oil Corporation. The same, it has been in the range and gave back when the geopolitical tension started. Godrej Consumer Products, again, a bit weaker name. At least last 3 days, there has been some kind of buying, and look at this volume. Probably someone is buying at the lows. But again, this is relatively weaker. Again, this segment has not been doing well. So ideally, we don't want such laggards in our company. So Eicher Motor, this is something very interesting. If you see all the auto charts, they have been correcting or they have been sliding down. But look at this name, this is still holding up. Probably when the sentiment turns out or positive, might be Eicher Motors might make a move. It would be the first one to make a move, and M&M is also another name which is holding strong. PSU banks, Bank of Baroda, again, there was no much movement here. There was a quick drop and quick rise. Again, Adani effect, quick drop, again some bouncing. It is trading in the range still. Cipla, unlike Divi's, this isn't much stronger like Divi's laboratory, but it has been in the same range from a very long time. It is not making money, at the same time, it is not losing much money too. JSW Energy, again in the base, it has been trading in this range for last 3 months. It has done very well in the past, but as of now, it is taking some rest. TVS Motor, again, you see, this has been one of the stronger names like Bajaj Auto, but it too gave up during this result season. And if you can see, this is slowly sliding lower and lower. Let's see whether it would make a new high or a new low. Torrent Pharma, see here, this was a massive selling. It was like a very good chart. I mean, very good boy. He has been very good boy kind of thing. But it has also actually resisted the correction, but in the later part gave it gave up, and probably it is now again trying to. So we might expect some big base forming here. Maybe in 3 months or 6 months down the line, this would push higher. Serum Finance too, it was doing very well, but again in the recent all financial services stock, Bajaj Finance, Serum Finance, next actually you would see Chola Finance. This has seen a major fall. Not so great. Bajaj Holding, this is a holding company. There was some news on holding company by SEBI, hence I think they are still holding up. As of now, nothing to take. I have just put an alert. If this breaks, this probably a good to go. Again, Adani Energy Solutions, massive correction. The same story, similar price action, just like any Adani stock. Punjab National Bank, just like Bank of Baroda, we have seen it has seen a correction. Now it has broke down this important level during the beginning of September. Now it is heading lower and lower. As of now, at 108, 109 levels, it is getting rejected multiple times. So let's see if it sustains above it, there might be some change in the trend. Dr. Reddy is much weaker than Cipla and weaker, definitely weaker than the Divi's laboratories. Although Torrent Pharma looks better now. Comparatively, till now, of all the pharma stocks, this has been the worst performer. United Spirits, it has done well lately. Alcohol stocks are in the bus. It is holding up the correction too. Let's see how this turns out to be. This is an interesting name actually. Again, real estate, Lodha. There was a quick drop here, but quickly recovered it post the earnings. Again, in a downtrend as of now, probably taking some time, just like DLF. This too is taking its own time. Again, ICICI Prudential, better than SBI Life, but HDFC Life looked much better than this. It looked like it has started a new trend, but again it gave back this base. This breakout is somewhere. This even the 50 EMA has been broke down in this level. Not so great. It has been weaker. Havel, same like ABB, it was had a spectacular rally in the beginning, but the earnings, it has disappointed. The expectations were very high and the stock reacted very bad. It is trying to recover now. Let's see if these levels get respected and it moves up. Bosch, another auto name, holding strong, just like M&M. Did not give back much of its return, so I think I would be watching this. Apollo Hospital, lately Apollo Hospital stocks are doing very good, although it has seen some sharp fall, but it has quickly recovered. It is being a bit volatile now, but respecting these levels, it means it is interesting. I mean, it is almost trading at its lifetime high and all-time 52-week high. Zydus Life, probably after Dr. Reddy, this is another weaker name. As you can see, it is clearly in the downtrend. I don't want to draw excessive lines here, but you can see it was very good performer, but probably in the earnings, it started falling and probably the fundamentals too has become weaker now. Hero Motocorp, similar to Bajaj Auto, it has gave down lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. TVS Motor was bit more good than this. I mean, Eicher Motors has been in the top, although it has some other segments too, other than two-wheelers. Now, look at this, guys. This is again one of the very interesting charts. If you see, you remember HCL Tech, you remember Wipro, right? Similarly, if you look at Nowkari, It is moving all time high. You actually want these names in your portfolio. Tata Consumer Products, again very weak, just like Bajaj Consumer Products, sorry, Godrej Consumer Product. This has been bad guidance, series of lower low, lower low. This is like institution selling their shares. Dabur, again one of the very weak name in FMCG. Not nothing here much. ICICI General number two, again insurance space getting weaker in the last 3 months. Jindal Steel has been in the range, so let's wait. Would it rebound here and move again from 880 to 1080? It would be a short-term trade, a decent short-term trade with a decent stop loss. You can keep a stop loss of only 4%. If it goes below this, you can exit. Sri Cement, very weak name, no trend and heading lower and lower, complete avoid. So Canara Bank again in a long downtrend, just like any other PSU bank. This is also struggling to hold up. Same price action seen in the Union Bank. IndusInd Bank, again one of the weaker names in private bank. As you can see, this was a major earnings disappointment. The stock did nothing the entire year, and probably since the September, as you can see, you can see on the price, right? The price was correcting here itself. Someone knew that something, the results are going to be bad, hence we are seeing a major selling. Again Adani Total Gas, it has reached its all-time low, and probably today if it is not 20% up, we would not even be looking at this chart. NHPC again very weak, giving up all its gains, making lower lows each day. BHEL too, but little bit better than NHPC because it is trying to recover and it did not fall much. IRCTC, again the railway stocks, has done nothing post the budget. You are seeing it is making series of lower lows and lower lows. So that's it guys, we have reached at the end. I know today video was very lengthy, but since you have got an idea about these 100 stocks, from tomorrow I would try to keep the video under 15 to 20 minutes itself, so that we don't have to talk about the entire journey. From tomorrow onwards, it would be much shorter videos. So I hope you have learned something. I know on the day one it would seem very complex, but if you just stick to me for at least 10-15 days, you would see the magic. You would see yourself. Uh, I think by this time you would be probably guessing which stocks are doing good and which are not at all doing good, right? And over the next 15 days, you would just simply observe that whether your intuition is getting right or wrong. So stay tuned, guys. Kindly subscribe to my channel. See you tomorrow.